Hello everyone and welcome to November's edition of Things I Like. It's a little bit like show and tell. Is that still a thing? Is show and tell still a thing, or is it a little bit who? So the idea is hopefully you'll find some recommendations from me that you might enjoy, and then you go and get them, and then we'll have mutual agreement and that sort of happiness all around the world. So first up on Things I Like this month is Taylor Swift's new album. Now I joke a lot and it seems exaggerated over social media about how much I like Taylor Swift, but I do actually really like Taylor Swift, and I was in HMV on the day of release getting 1989 the deluxe edition. So like I said, I got this from HMV. I think I paid $12.99. I've got the receipt somewhere. But I don't know, I'm looking around my room for a receipt. It's not going to happen, is it? Just like life. So quite highly anticipated by me. It broke loads of records in terms of sales. And this is, like I said, the deluxe version, so it's got a few extra bits. It's got 3 extra tracks that you don't get on a standard edition. And you also get 3 songwriting voice memos from Taylor Swift, where she's like, well, a lot of people have been asking me how to write songs. She doesn't sound like that. She sounds a lot prettier. So the deluxe version, you get the little sleeve and you get the CD, and you also get this. A photo packet from Taylor. Just imagine you get to the point where you can take photos of yourself and send them out in your album, and everyone thinks that's cool and acceptable and you're really famous. If anyone else, it'd be really egotistical. Imagine if Robin Thicke did this, or Kanye West is a prime. Imagine if Kanye West sent out Polaroids of himself on a boat in New York out with his albums. Everyone would be like, what a prick. But Taylor Swift does it, and everyone's like, oh my god, she's so attractive. Unless she just sent them to me, in which case this is mine and Taylor's thing. But I think they're mass-produced. I don't think they're real Polaroids. I think they're made to just look like Polaroids on a piece of paper. Taylor Swift, you just keep me guessing, and that's what I love about her. So my favourite track on the album is track number 12, which is called I Know Places. It's amazing, not released as a single yet, but my favourite track on the album by far. A lot of people are hyped about track number 4 called Out of the Woods. Well worth the listen in my opinion, and I think the deluxe version is worth getting for them sweet picks. That sounded really creepy. I'm really sorry, Taylor. It didn't mean to. And next up in Things I Like for this month is this. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? This is Grace's Guide, The Art of Pretending to be a Grown-Up. If you understood those references, then you're obviously a Grace Helbig fan. You've been hazed! I kind of miss my damn channel. So this is the book that Grace has been promoting a lot on her YouTube channel and on her podcast, and if you know that, then you're a fan of Grace, so you should probably get the book, and you probably got it through the amount of promotion that she's been giving it on her own platforms. So I bought this book because I enjoy a lot of Grace's products. Like I said, I watch her vlogs and I listen to her podcast, and I don't pay any money. So I thought it'd be nice to support someone who makes products that I enjoy, so that I kind of did it on that premise. I wasn't expecting the book to be that good. I thought maybe it would be for girls, and I thought it would be for an audience a little bit younger than me. I'm now 22, and I know a lot of people on YouTube are sort of 16, kind of younger girls. So I thought, you know, she's going to target that audience because that's going to be the right thing to do, and it probably won't be a good book. To my demographic, someone like me, to a 22-year-old male, it probably won't appeal to me. But I read it, and it's actually really good and actually quite helpful. So what I didn't realise, I thought it would just be like a silly, comedy, jokey book with Grace writing sort of sarcastic tips about how to get through life. But the foundation of the book is actually an autobiography, so it is essentially an autobiography by Grace Helbig, but it's just kind of done in the style of a guidebook. That's the device that she's used to tell her story, and it is actually quite a grown-up book. It's not kind of for teenagers, which I thought it'd be. I thought it'd be for like younger teenagers. There's things like how to do a walk of shame, how to successfully have a one-night stand, which is the sort of thing you don't really write to 14-year-old girls, but I think it's got quite a wide appeal. But I actually really enjoyed reading it. Like I said, I just bought it thinking I would be supporting Grace, as someone who I'm a fan of, but no, I read the book and I really enjoyed it. It did end quite abruptly. It kind of like just had a last chapter which was quite generic, and tips for living online is the last chapter, and then it just said, thanks for doing life with me, bye. And like, that's the end of the book. Spoiler alert, by the way. There was one bit as well that I really didn't agree with, where she does a cooking section and teaches you how to make Grace style food. So here she teaches us how to cook changing of the carbs, which is like changing of the guards from England. Very clever, Grace. I appreciate that. I laughed more the first time I read it, trust me. So under changing of the carbs, I'm not going to explain the whole dish because you're going to have to buy the book if you want to know how to make it. One of the most well-known English dishes is fish and chips, brackets, which is usually fried fish and French fries. Grace, I expected better from you. Now look, Grace, babes. Fish and chips in England, you're close. It's deep fried fish, but it's not with French fries. French fries and fish and chip chips are very, very different. Now, I appreciate this is for an American audience and you can't call chips chips because chips over there are crisps, which doesn't make sense. But you do not, no one ever in their right mind has fish and chips with French fries. It just doesn't happen. So I was quite disappointed with that. But other than that, brilliant book, and I definitely recommend the read. It's available. I got mine from Amazon. I can't remember how much I got it for. It's about £8. Loads of glossy pictures of Grace as well, if you happen to think Grace is very pretty and fun to look at, which I do. Fun to look at is, again, a really weird term. I'm coming up with all of them today, aren't I? I'm really not very articulate tonight. Like, who knew that they needed a picture of Grace in a pink dress, wearing roller skates and carrying folders in their life? I didn't, but after I got the book, I realised that I did. It's literally 70% glossy pictures of Grace, which is fine. So next up is this. So this started out as a little bit of a joke. I bought this, for those of you that don't know, by the way, I'm just assuming that everyone knows what this is. This is a sonic screwdriver from Doctor Who. It's used in the series a lot. Basically, it's a writing tool to get yourself out of any situation. I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to go into it. So this is the 12th Doctor's sonic screwdriver. I'm going to try and make this not too nerdy. So this is the 11th Doctor's sonic screwdriver, and this is the 12th, and they're actually a little bit different. Do you remember when I said I wasn't going to make this too nerdy, and then within seconds I was holding a sonic screwdriver in each hand? So it started out as a little bit of a joke that I bought this, and everyone's like, ah, yeah, we're carrying a sonic screwdriver. But now I actually carry it with me everywhere, and if I forget it, I actually feel a little bit kind of worried. Like, I left this at home the other day, and I normally have it in my pocket at work. I know, I'm such an adult. So I forgot my sonic screwdriver, and I kept going to my pocket to kind of feel it there. It's just reassuring having it with you, and I don't know why. I just really enjoy carrying it with me, and now if I don't have it, I get really nervous. It's weird. Okay, I think we're gonna leave the sonic screwdriver for now, but I got this from the BBC shop for £14.99. You can get it in Forbidden Planet, Amazon, that sort of place, probably a similar price. And finally, for this edition, I'm gonna recommend a song for you, which I can't hold or carry or show you. It's the new single from Marina and the Diamonds. It's called Froot, and it's available now. It was released earlier this month. So it's from the forthcoming album, which is also called Froot, and that is due for release on April the 15th, 2015. So it's very different to her material from The Family Jewels. It's very different from her material of Electra Heart, but I really, really like it. A lot of the old school Marina fans are listening to it going, no, it's too commercial, it's too dancey, I don't like it, she's trying too hard. But I think personally it's good that she's constantly trying new things and evolving as an artist, because otherwise she'd just get boring and she'd just be releasing the same things over and over again. So it is quite electronic. It's got a nice funky bass line, which I really enjoy about it, and the video was released fairly recently as well, which is amazing. A lot of echoes of Lana Del Rey in the videos. It's very classy and very American, and kind of reminds me a little bit of The Great Gatsby, but I think it's really simple and classic video, shot so well. So the song itself, I mentioned, is musically very, very good, but lyrically, as it's Marina and the Diamonds, she writes all her own songs, and I think she's done it again. She's so good at the imagery and sort of message. It is about sex, but it's kind of not your normal song about sex, especially with some modern rappers, that sort of thing. It's about sex, but it's deep, you know? Not like the sex isn't deep, unless you read it that way and that's what you're into, then that's fine. I'm not here to judge you. It got weird again, but I mean the lyrics are really clever. Sex is used as an analogy of fruit. Don't tell me it's not the season, leave it too long, I'll go rot, etc, etc. I've been saving all my summers for you. I really like the lyrics, as you can tell, because I can just reel them off the top of my head, and I've been listening to it a lot. So that's my final recommendation for this month, Marina and the Diamonds, Froot, and I'm really hyped for new material from her. The album is available to pre-order now, and you can get the single right now from iTunes, Amazon, or any other music provider that you normally go to. Standard price 99p. So thank you very much for watching this edition of Things I Like for November. It will be back next month in December. I'll have another Things I Like. I've also got loads of other good stuff coming up on my channel. If you're a fan of Doctor Who Debrief, the little series that I did reviewing Doctor Who episodes over the past 12 weeks, got a little surprise for you. Just stay tuned this weekend is all I'm saying. And also, starting tonight, I'm beginning a new project which you will find out about next week. Something a little bit different for me that I've not tried before, and hopefully you will enjoy. Unless it falls flat on its face, and then you won't know anything about it and I won't mention it again. But hopefully keep an eye on the channel and I'll have something a little bit different up for you next week. So you got those two things to look forward to. So if you like this video, don't forget to like down below and also subscribe to my channel. Loads of exciting stuff coming up as always, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you about on the internet through social media and through my next video. Oh, and if you like any of the products that I mentioned today, I'll put links in the description down below on where you can find them and find out more information about them if you want to buy them for yourself. And also, if you want to catch me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any of that sort of thing, all the details are also in the description down below. So thank you very much for watching. Have a good rest of the week and weekend, and I will see you very soon. Look after yourselves. Bye bye.